Okay, so the next one. This is the warden. Ray, seriously, get some oil of Olay, because you look fucking old. You really do. That's totally you. That's your rival. Yeah, you don't wear suits. So this guy is basically saying he was not present at the prison when the murder happened. However, it does say he was able to provide useful information concerning one of the suspects in the murder of Rena Scott. Warden Long indicated, you know what, let me get out the people. Because we have to figure out who this killer is. You freaking age bedtime! Let me see, if I have 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I got 10. We're gonna need these. So we have to figure out who the killer is. I have it narrowed down to 3 people. Okay, so let's see. The warden indicated that the inmate of D Block, identified by the codename Tin Soldier, has been providing information to the prison authorities about a possible escape attempt being planned. So the inmate known as Tin Soldier, so guys, keep your eyes open for this code, could not be the killer because from 7:10 till 7:30 he was providing information to a corrections officer in secret under the ruse of a mandated therapy session with the prison psychologist. The documentation of that meeting eliminates Tin Soldier as a suspect. So we know one person cannot be it. And here we go. Here is all of the scheduled visits of what's going on. So we have Miguel was visited by his mother. Isaac was visited by Alice. Gerald was visited by Father L. Parsons. Just with the dog tag, Dante the Tin Soldier, so Dante couldn't have killed her. Oh, you know what? It does say that. It does. So we will take Dante out. Boom. Dante Robinson. Gone. Not the killer. Good eyes, Ray. Okay. And let's see. Yuri DeSanto was visited by Angus on Facebook. He was Angus Doink, so you know what we're actually going to do. And then here, Sasha Day, which is what that business card was, visited somebody for legal counsel. So I'm thinking that might be the Tin Soldier. I'm thinking. Or maybe somebody else. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. But let's go over to Facebook and we're going to search ANGUS Angus Doink. And let me... Here we go. Angus Doink. Boom. Actually... So here's Angus Doink. Let's take a look through some of his pictures. TakeThisLollipop.com. What's Take This Lollipop? Interactive live video experience. I'm not going to update Flash for that. No, Angus, that is not Papa Midnight. Papa Midnight is even creepier. Papa Midnight is this guy. Right there. So let's see what his says. Oof. Creepy. That's like a baseball clown. Send in the clowns.
Get out of that refrigerator right now!
There's Bandit. Okay, so here we've got a Forest City hospital. Looks like he went in for either appendicitis or dehydration. You always having fun. Forest City will never see the freak show. Mom's sure pretty, isn't she? Just don't ask her about her toes. Gotta love Chuckles. Oh god, these are creepy. Top of the morning to you. Okay. So it looks like... Here. On my way to Forest City for a bit of vacation time. The Riot Brothers Circus is on hiatus before the summer tour, and I've decided to visit some old friends in Forest City. See you soon. Bandit, we have something for you to work on. let's see if I can get over here really quick. This thing right here, this HA-STAB, we think this is an acronym for something. Not sure what, but this is on the back of it. And I know you're really good with those ciphers and stuff, so have at it. But it is in the document as well for you. But yeah, if you can work on that one, that would be amazing. Okay. Okay, so here, Angus Doink, who was visiting Yuri DeSanto, aka Baggy Bridges. He's gonna visit some friends in Forest City. And then here it says, I went to visit an old friend today on May 25th in Forest City. Yuri DeSanto, aka Baggy Bridges. He was a member of our clown troupe. Thank you so much, Itanchi, for that host. Appreciate that. Guys, if you are not following Itanchi, make sure you do. Amazing Minecraft streamer and creative writer. Love it. He was a member of our clown troupe of the Wright Brothers Circus. He's serving a life sentence in Savage Bay Penitentiary. Visiting hours were from 7 o'clock until 8 o'clock p.m. When I got there right at 7, we were talking till about 7:30 or so, when our visit got cut short by a security lockdown at D Block. The rumor is that a nurse was killed inside the prison. Yuri hasn't changed much. Still have a hard time believing that he committed those horrible acts last year. Aw, be nice. I like dubstep. But we know right now that Yuri did not do it, because Yuri was actually talking to Angus. So, he is not it. Alright, back to this. We still have to figure out who Sasha Day was meeting with, because that would cut them out as well. Okay. Killed, Renee. The murder didn't happen at 4. The murder happened at like 7. 7:18, they found her, and she was dead for less than 5 minutes. So she died between 7:12 and 7:18. Alright, so while conducting a search of the common areas, they discovered a homemade computer hidden in the ceiling of a storage room adjacent to the day room. It was determined that the inmates had access to old computer parts through a prison program that employed inmates to dismantle old electronics. Wow, how creative is that? The computer found in the ceiling has been assembled by a variety of old parts and was connected to a power source in the prison's computer network via cables that ran through the ceiling. Diane approach. They had information, pornography, research on tax credit refund frauds, recipe for homemade drugs, and message exchanges. There's evidence suggesting that inmates could have used the computer to issue passes to gain access to other areas within the prison. Ooh. The computer also had a webcam, which evidently was used by at least one inmate to chat with other people outside the prison. The search of the computer by the FBI revealed files and logs showing an inmate on the webcam chatting with several women in Forest City and Port St. James. One video file clearly showed the video of the inmate chatting online during the time of the murder. So, that guy, whoever it is not the murderer. Let's see. The information obtained does eliminate the inmate as a suspect. So, if we go through all of our people, that doesn't look like him. That doesn't. That doesn't. Haha! Gerald. Donnie Parker. That guy, he's not the killer. Alright, so we got this narrowing down. Now we have the evidence report. This, guys, is something that you need to print out, cut out, and put together. And we might, I have it right here, so we can definitely do that. And the notes, I actually have it all put together, and I'll read it to you later on. Well, put it into Paint or Photoshop. You can cut it around and place it together in Paint. It's not that difficult. make you do work. Ray, you're gonna be a dad. You're gonna have to do a lot of work soon, sweetheart. Here's a note. We don't know who it's to. We don't know who it's from. But maybe there's a chance that Isaac didn't do it. How do we know that Isaac didn't? Why would you think that? Okay, I can't believe I didn't see the bottom shoes last time. Okay, there we go, Mina. Thank you so much. Love it. I had to jump on my desk. I taped it. Oh, Mina, no, you keep going, honey. You keep going. So this might be the typed up note, but where? Where was this found? Hold on, let's go back to this. Taped beneath one of the tables in the cafeteria was this note. Okay. I don't think I can do this anymore. I got caught up in it and swept away, but it isn't right, and it's gonna get us both into a lot of trouble. Seeing you once a week in the clinic and locking the door to have some time alone with you was one thing, but risking my job and maybe even risking going to prison myself if I got caught helping you is completely different. It's been weighing on me. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I feel sick to my stomach all the time. I do have strong feelings for you, but asking me to risk everything wasn't fair. What if the warden starts asking questions? What if they find something? Or what if someone talks before I do? What then? I don't know what to do. You made me feel so special, so wanted, so needed, and I guess I needed that so much I was willing to break all the rules for you. But you didn't stop there. You asked me to do other things that really put me at risk. And you've put me in a really bad situations. I don't know what to do. The time the body was discovered, you're on the phone with the mother, and it was... At the time the body was discovered, he was on the phone with his mother, and he was... Ah! That's probably those phone logs. So we'll get back to that. But yes, I think you're right on that one, honey. This must be one of the paintings that I believe Michael did. And this is the word search that's on the back. I have no clue on these things. Autumn Doll and Bandit are very good at these. But if you guys can, screenshot that. And let's start working on this one. I'll leave it up for another second if you guys need to screenshot that. Okay, and then here's the dice game. The goal of each round of the hangman dice is to be the first player to complete his or her hanged man. They take turns, rolling the dice, moving your dice, no one gets hurt. So it's how you play the game. Yeah, this is my blue martini ring. I got this on my Dairy Queen cake for my birthday. So this is the D block penitentiary. So we can kind of see what's going on. Here's the yard, the cell blocks, clinics, infirmaries, offices, the library, the day room, which is where that computer was up in the ceiling, solitary, visitations, reception, and the kitchen. So here, oh, Dante, Tin Soldier. Boom. So we know, definitely not Dante. Good eye on that one, Ray. And here is the newspaper. I'm not going to read it to you guys. You guys can read it if you're one of my subs. But we definitely have a lot of information in here for you guys. Letters to the editors, more information about the murders. We got inmates, about Papa Midnight and Baggy Bridges, and they actually talk about this story right here is really interesting about the one prison break and how they talk about how he never actually left the island and is still there. Where is the phone? Well, give me a second, we'll get to it. They talk about here how the city has a new mayor as well, and they talk about organ donating, which is actually kind of interesting to read. A lot of the stuff in the newspaper is all about the meta mystery, about everything that's going on, you know, because each of these boxes are all interconnected. No, actually the next box, I'll show you, is right here. This is the next box called The Lost City. And that's kind of a sneak peek. I didn't even put this out on Twitter yet. Boom, right there. Aliens, done. Where's Homer when you need him? Here we got some Forest City most wanted people. So you have everyone from the Raven over here to the Mad Hatter, which I think he should be coming up at some point. This guy cracks me up, the Walrus. More information about all the different districts and parts of Forest City. And the marketplace. And information on the actual Raven right here. Extremely dangerous serial killers suffer from psychotic breaks from reality, blah, blah, blah. And that's a little bit of everything. So, that is everything. So what we're going to do is, let's actually start off with the phone log. Actually, you know what we should do? Well, we did get the evidence report, so let's do that. Let's start off with that. Here we got this thing. Okay, this thing right here. So, when you actually cut it all apart and you tape it all together, let's take a look and let's read it through, shall we? This says, I can't believe I didn't get to see the body. She was less than 10 yards away. So close. Now, who remembers who wrote this note? Can someone go and look at the evidence paperwork, find out who wrote this note? So close. I still didn't get to see the corpse of Raina Scott. The talk here is that people think the priest did it. They think, oh, Coral stabbed her with a scalpel and she bled out on the floor. But it wasn't the priest that had done it. I know that for a fact. There have been whispers of a prison break going on for some weeks now. Some say 2 inmates are in on the escape plan. Some say 3. Some say it's an inmate working with the help of a guard. No one was talking much about specifics, and no one would talk about it to the priest. He was not happy about being left out. The priest talks to me sometimes. I don't know why. He's not a friend of mine, but I just let him rant and ramble. God, my nose keeps itching. Who keeps thinking about me? You never know when you might learn something useful. The priest said he was going to find out for once and for all who is planning the prison break. After dinner on May 25th at 7:15, nearly the exact time that Raina Scott was murdered, as it turns out, thank you guys, the priest slipped away and searched the D block inmate cells. I watched him go into the block at 7:15. He did not come out until just before 7:45. There's only one way in and one way out. There were no other inmates in the cell block while he was there. The priest hasn't told me what he found, although he did have a big grin on his face. And when he came out after finishing his search, the priest may be guilty of many things, but the murder of that nurse is not one of them. So, Coral, where is he? The fake priest O'Coral, not the murderer. Kevin Creesh, not the murderer. He's got really nice handwriting. So, we got those knocked out. And now, let's go to the phone log. Because he wrote the note. The new sexy email, I know, right? Because he wrote the note. Because it says, I can't believe I didn't get to see the body. She was less than 10 yards away. So close, but I still didn't get to see the corpse of it. If he killed her, he would have been there. So right now we have Michael Cruz, Andrew Duncan, Justin Carr, Papa Midnight, and Smiley. But let's go to, oops, this page, let's get the telephone log excerpt. Yes, but I want to make sure everyone else sees it. Like, I know you guys looked that up, but I want to make sure everyone else does that. So here we go. Inmate Isaac McKell initiated a telephone call to his mother at 7:02. They spoke for 18 minutes until 7:20, at which time telephone access was terminated due to a security lockdown. Okay, so we do know that Isaac is not the killer. So, sad. He'd make a perfect killer. I was really hoping. I was rooting for him. And didn't Cruz have an appointment with the victim? Michael Cruz did have an appointment with the victim, but that was at 4 o'clock. That was at 4 o'clock.